Hey everybody, how are you this morning? So we're here to make another short video. Excuse my parents, I just woke up, threw my hat on, and trying to organize this van. Mandy's still sleeping back there. She's really tired. So we're staying on this 4,000 acre farm. A gentleman's letting us stay here. The farm isn't developed yet. He just leased the land, and he's going to turn it into a hemp farm. So, but anyways, I thought I'd drop the video and show you the reality of van life. Like, it's all glory, but it's not. This is my breakfast table. Coffee, clean wipes, gum to wake my mouth up. And this is my counter. I finally went out and got our toaster yesterday. We haven't had a toaster, and I miss toast so much. But yeah, this is the truth about van life. It's not, all guts and glory here. It's not easy. It's a lot of stuff everywhere in such a small van. We hang up our laundry. Yesterday we went to the laundromat. It was very expensive. It was like 25 cents for 5 minutes in the dryer. But this is all our trash from yesterday, which we have to go and find a dumpster to get rid of it. We keep a couple of gallons of water on the floor, but this is how it is. You gotta move stuff around to do anything. So here's our tiny coffee maker, and the coffee's here. And then the toaster we have to pull out and put on the table so we don't this area is all covered in metal, but still, there's still wood, so you want to be careful. And what we do every day is at night, all of our luggage and blankets come up here up front. I've already put some of my luggage and stuff in the back. We have a backpack each of clothing, but you have to shift it around as the day goes. So when Mandy wakes up, everything from the front will go on the bed, and we have our, driver's seat, which we put our sleeping bag on here for Kona to hang out in the sun in the morning and while we eat breakfast. So Kona will sit here, and we give him a cookie or a pig's ear to chew on to keep him busy. We have this little clip-on fan, which really comes in hand. So, and then I've got the passenger seat that turns around. So we have our table right here. And then the third seat is right here. And usually Mandy sits there, and the three of us will literally just sit around this tiny table and do whatever. I usually put my laptop up here and we'll watch a movie, or I'll play some games or something on it. And you can play cards, you can do whatever you want on it. But this table also is our dinner table. So today I'm hoping to clear some of this stuff out. Like I said, I just woke up, and Kona's pretty good. He'll stay busy until one of us gets up and out then. So in our toilet we have a small bucket, and it's a collapsible bucket. We got it at Walmart, and we put it inside the toilet seat for when we're not at a campground. And I put a plastic bag in it, and we kind of leave it there for the day and have a couple of rounds in there, and then we'll tie a knot, find a barrel to dump it in. That's just the reality. Here on this gentleman's farm, we're plugged into his building, and it's just an empty warehouse building. And he does have running water outside. He has like an emergency eye wash center. So the water's not drinkable, but you can wash with it. I can rinse out the pee bucket, stuff like that. But we've got all this land to ourselves. It's 4,000 acres. There's nobody around. He comes here like maybe once a week. We set up his office for him the other day. There was a lot of mouse and rat poop everywhere in the warehouse because this place hasn't been used in, I don't know, maybe a year or two. It's been sitting. And he's 80 years old, and he's very kind. And he said, plug in and live here as long as you want. And he goes, heck, I can give you guys jobs on the farm if you want. So it's not up and running yet. Machinery will be here like next week. But, you know, we're just here to stay and park. We're not, you know, doing anything else. And then eventually, once he starts farming and stuff, we'll probably leave and move and get out of his way. Paul's coming. He's been enjoying the outdoors right now. Let me go outside real quick. It's starting to get warm out. But what do you think the temperature is now?
Oh, I don't know. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So we have to be careful of alligators on the property. They're in those little ditches. Kona's on the driver's seat. He'll probably cry if you leave him in there, but...
It says it's 63.
Oh, 63. Well, that's
sunny.
a good thing. It's definitely sunny out, which is all we care about. And having sun, right? But you can see the land here. It's just endless land everywhere. And behind this land is a really cool solar farm. I mean, this solar farm goes on for miles. We don't even know who runs it or anything. We don't see anybody. There's a gentleman here running a machine to clean out some gas tanks. Do you want to get Kona and take it for a little walk with us? So, anyways, I think I'm going to try ditch fishing. I've watched a lot of videos on it. So these ditches here go all the way across the farm, all the way around it. And there are alligators in it. I know down the other end there's like I think he's like 5 feet, they said. He comes up a lot in the morning. He comes out. But people ditch fish. I don't know. I love to fish. I always throw back. I don't keep it. We don't eat it. Ugh. But it's just fun for me to do it. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on it. So I think I might try that out today since the sun is out. And it's something to do. Of course, there's really nothing out here but snakes and gators. But I will tell you, there are a lot of farmers and a lot of farms that will allow you to plug in or dry camp. Like I said, don't be afraid to get some kind of a vehicle. You know, vans I think are the best. And the reason for that is not so much mine, but a regular van is because you can hide what you're doing. You can park anywhere. But here in Florida, a lot of farms will let you just park on their property for maybe $20 a night. We've been lucky enough to have several friends that have farms out here. And like this gentleman I met at a library, and he was trying to use a computer and he needed some help. And I did help him use a computer and we made friends. We sat down and we had a political discussion, which was a good one. We're on the same side of the team here. But I mean, and it just took off from there. He hired me for a few days to do some paperwork for him and do some computer work for him. And I did that like a month ago for him. And he told me, you know, starting in February, I'm leasing 4,000 acres of land and I'm going to start a hemp farm. And if you want to come and work for me. And I said, well, I have to go back home in April. So we're kind of just looking for property to buy to settle down on ourselves. And, you know, if I don't get the property by April, which I have not found property I want or can afford. I mean, you know, in the day it was like, I don't know, $10,000, $12,000 an acre. Now, in the areas that I love and I want to live in, it's running $35,000 to $40,000 an acre. And I have to sell my house. So I thought I was going to, you know, buy that land right now and then go back home and sell the house and build one. But the prices just keep rising. I will tell you, this market is really insane and it kind of sucks because, you know, I just want a couple of acres for myself. I'm not going to do any farming. I just maybe get Mandy a horse because she loves her horses, and some chickens, but really we just want to, you know, have a space and not have a neighbor, because at home we have an awful neighbor. I'll have to do a video on that crazy lady. She's pretty much ruined our life and peace and quiet. And so, yeah, land out here is running, like I said, 35,000, 45,000 for an acre. And that's just insane. I'd like to at least have 5 acres. So even modular homes, you could buy, 80,000 or now, 180, 190,000 for a nice, an updated modular home. So prices are climbing, and it doesn't look like it's going to get much better. I see a lot of water movement over here. So with alligators, they tend to go to the bottom because it's winter. It's very cold. And the best way to find them is watching bubbles rise to the top. If you see a lot of bubbles rising to the top, he's down below. Now, a couple of the mechanics, they came by to do some welding and stuff. They like to throw down the end there in the ditch, way down the end. It's a 5-foot alligator, and he's been here for years, growing away. And they'll throw something in the water when they see the bubbles, and you'll see that tail come flying out, and they'll just snatch it, and it'll start rolling around over a piece of chicken. And that's what they like to do. So the other thing we have to be careful of is snakes. They are everywhere, especially water moccasins, and those are the deadly ones. So, it's beautiful to watch this kind of a thing happen here. This farm just goes on for miles. This gentleman also has 2 other lots of land, one with 2,500 acres and another one with 1,000 acres that he's going to do vegetables. So he's got some big plans, and I can't wait to sit here and watch it all happen for him, to watch this land be cleared out starting next week, I think he said. Don't know if that's set in writing yet, but he's waiting for machinery to be delivered. But I'm going to watch all of this turn into an amazing farm. And like I said, if I don't get my property, then I'm just going to come back again after summer, because I don't want to be here in the summer in a camper van. It's probably too hot. I'll probably come back, October, November, something, and start looking again. So this here was all orange groves. And what they told me is, it was a massive, massive orange farm. And every year at the end of the season, they would literally light this all on fire, just burn it all down, because the nutrients go back into the soil in that process. So it hasn't been burnt in a couple years. Like I said, it's been sitting here dormant. So, there's a lot of work for this farmer guy here to clear all of this out. He's not going to burn it. He said he's just going to get machinery and pull it all out. But he has to literally pull out every single tree. And this is the planting season right now for Florida. You start your stuff right now. Oh, we get another hawk down there. So across from our camper, there's, a couple of trees, and every day the hawks just sit up in that tree. I swear to God, they wait for us to come outside the camper with our dog, and I'm like, so we have him on a really short leash, and he goes pee, and, and then we kind of scoop him up and hold him, because we've already had 2 hawks dive down at us, when we were in, where were we? Weeki Wachee Preserve. And that was pretty scary to me. People say it's safe if you have them on a leash right with you. But those hawks dove down right in front of us. I was doing a video when they did it. And it's on video, me screaming and ah! So you might want to watch that video. So this is where we're at. And we've gotten some really cold nights. What I did is I got a little space heater. Our van has heat in it, of course. But for some reason, they put it down low. Well, of course, heat rises. That's why. So the vent is down low, and it's kind of under our bed, which is not really a good setup. And don't let that discourage you from buying a new camper, because like I said, mine's a 2002. So, and what we do is we kind of store everything under our bed. So pretty much the heater's blocked by storage of food and our sodas and, stuff like that. So what we did is we got a little space heater and we plug it in at night if it's too cold. And we run it for a few minutes, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. And then we shut it down and jump in our bed and we're warm, especially with Kona. He's a little furnace. So, that's when it gets down to like 40. And Florida does get cold at night. I mean, we're in Vero Beach, and right now Vero Beach is a good 10 to 15 degrees warmer than my friend's 10-acre farm out in Pinnell. So I'm not in any rush to go back to my friends. I miss them. My God, I miss them awful. Like, just having those big dinners with them and their kids and, their family. It's really so sweet. And they're so much fun, and we watch movies together at night, and the dogs run around. It's so nice to be with the horses and the chickens and the whole farm thing. But right now, living in a van, and it's, averaging 30 degrees at night or something. Oh, it's cold. Paul's wandering aimlessly right now. What you looking for? Nothing? You enjoying the sun?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the sun. I'm not enjoying your dog trying to put the thing on him. He's biting me.
Oh, when you put the harness on?
Yes.
Yeah, Kona does not like wearing a harness. So, and we got him a new one at a Humane Society thrift store for like $1. It works a lot better, but it's got this really ugly, like, brown pattern on it. I don't know. When I get home, maybe
It's ugly, but it works better.
It does work better, and it's probably more comfortable for him. But, he wants to run around free. He doesn't want to wear a harness, but we can't do that here, especially with all the wildlife. Here's another one dipping down. Birds. So we have to be careful. But today's definitely a nice day to be outside. Yep. As long as we can wake Mandy up. She sleeps in. Oh, I bet you that's Spencer now. It's not him? So Spencer's the old man that owns this farm. He's so funny. He actually slept over last night in his car because he likes being with us. And he lives several hours away. I could show you the inside of the warehouse here. We have some guys working on the diesel tanks that are going to fuel the tractors and stuff. This is the garages that he's going to be using. Right now, like I said, everything's empty, of course. So, let's see. I cleaned this out yesterday. The mouse and rat poop was like, oh my God. Oh, he moved it around. Okay, well, looks like I gotta clean again. These desks were right here yesterday. And Spencer must have moved them the way he wanted them. So now, so looks like I got some more cleaning to do. But this is going to be the office for the farm, and I think he put a lot of applications and stuff at the colleges nearby so he could get some young men to work and women. And he's got this full garage out here, and he's going to be having about, 20 mechanics at least to start with. So this is what the beginning of farm life looks like for people, and it's really interesting, but it's also scary because of the critters that come running through here. I mean, they need a place to stay too, but don't do it while I'm here. All right, guys, I've got to go wake up Mandy. She is just sleeping in way too late. She's got to get going on some schoolwork, and but I hope you hit click and like and subscribe. We're going to show you some other parts of Florida as we get off and moving. Vero Beach is really cool. There's some interesting places. It's a big place. I mean, you don't even need to leave town to shop. There's literally every single store you could ever imagine. They have 2 malls here. They have outlets. They have Walmart, they have Target. I mean, it's amazing. And their laundromat's kind of cool. It's all outdoors. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. It's not an enclosed building, so you're kind of doing laundry outside. We went yesterday to do laundry, and we were like, wow, this is the craziest laundromat. But anyway, don't forget, we're on Instagram. It's Lisa and Mandy on the road. And in between each word is an underscore. So it's Lisa underscore and underscore Mandy and, etc. So Lisa and Mandy on the road. And there's an underscore in between each word. And we post a lot of pictures there. I haven't been doing as much. I really will start posting more. But you can also pop over there and see where we are. And I usually take some sunset photos and, other goofy stuff. I want to thank you all for watching and subscribing. I just reached 100 subscribers, so I'm really excited about that. All right, stay good, stay happy, and make sure you live every day to the fullest. You never know.